Welcome to this presentation on what makes a great value proposition and how you can refine yours or build a new one. My name is Nigel Broomhall and I'm a career marketer. I've been in sales and marketing my entire career, and value proposition development is at the core of my experience. Today I want to share with you some of my insights and tips to help you build a clearer, simpler, better value proposition. So let's get into it. Time to dispel a myth. Great value props are not just for people who sell things for a living. We are all salespeople at some stage in our lives, even if we don't think so. Anytime you are trying to convince someone to do something you want, you're selling. So great value propositions can work in a range of scenarios, from selling products and services to selling yourself on that new job or pay increase. For the sake of simplicity, we'll focus this presentation on great value propositions for your product or service, but you can use these insights for a range of applications. The stark truth is that great value propositions sell more. Weak ones actually damage your product or service. In this presentation, we'll go through a definition of what makes a great value proposition, the top tactics being used by global leaders, which you can copy, a proven process for success that we use at Breakpoint, some global examples, and how you can get more sales faster and easier. A great value proposition is a promise of the value that you can deliver. One of the key things your product or service must do is solve a customer problem. Too often I see value propositions which are all about the company and not about the customer and how they will address their problems. Outlining how you'll solve the customer problems, you'll need to set an expectation of the benefits customers can expect and what differentiates you from your competition. And all of this must be done with clarity, simplicity, and something which doesn't sit within the classic definition: customer ease. Now, a great value proposition generally has four elements: a headline, a subheadline or paragraph, 3 bullet points, and a great image. Now let's look at the top tactics employed by market leaders across the globe. These have been ranked by Kissmetrics customers as the highest value ROI for your efforts in building a great value proposition. Number 1, great value propositions clearly explain the value of your products and services. Now this is not always as easy as it sounds, because you are very close to your product or service, and what seems logical to you may be incoherent to your customers. Your great value proposition should also clearly explain why customers should buy from you. The worst thing you can do is spend your money explaining the problem that needs to be solved and then push customers to your competitors when you open their eyes. I've had this happen in my career and it's not great. Then you need to develop unique value propositions for different products and services. The market leaders also develop a value proposition under their umbrella brand for each unique product or service, and they communicate these to their customers. I've got an example of this for you later on. Market leaders also develop unique value propositions for target customers. Not all customers are created equal, and they need to be communicated to in their language and in ways they can relate to. Market leaders also undertake competition research. Sure, some management theory says that you should just focus on building a great product which provides great value, but relative to what? When you go to market your product or service, you need to know what makes you different and how you will communicate this. And in 2017, you need to test. Here's a process we use at Breakpoint to develop a great value proposition. You start with a customer. You either combine all the data you have on your existing customers, or if you're new to the market, you create a persona based on who you think your ideal buyer will be. This is at the start an educated guess. And this will change as you get more data in. This persona is made up of demographics, attitudes, media consumption behaviors, personal interests, product purchasing behaviors, places they buy, how they source information, category importance, how important are purchases in your category to customers, and basically as rich a profile as you can create, and you can continue to refine this over time. The next step is all about identifying customer benefits and or solutions to problems. This is all about looking through a customer lens, not a company lens, and all through the eyes of your target personas. You then need to link customer benefits to your offering, not your competition, and then you need to clearly differentiate yourselves from your competitors. And this is all about understanding your competition. The last step is something new and not included in traditional value proposition processes. You need to review your buying process to assess how easy is it for customers to buy from you, and then refine this back to make it as easy as possible. So who does this well? Here are a few global examples and some from my home part of the world, New Zealand, that I personally love and why. So let's look at some products to start off with. Apple MacBook. Now I'm an Apple fanboy, so I absolutely love their products. And while this isn't the cleanest example of their advertising, it gets the point across in subtle and not so subtle ways. So let's deconstruct this. The headline and subheadline are clear and simple, and in 3 words. There's a challenge for you. They communicate the differentiation of this product. It's light and it's ahead of its competition. The paragraph outlines why it's better, highlighting how light and compact it is, perfect for travellers and tech geeks, how it is ahead of the rest of the market, and 3 statistics highlighting the main text. It's a great example from a great marketer. Forever New is another great example, which is a brand that started in Australia, now has 250 stores globally, and is loved by women because they're all about affordable fashion. Now, in a relatively cluttered category of activewear, Forever New is differentiating itself by linking this new product line to their overall brand position by celebrating the true beauty of femininity. This product line has its own value proposition, but is linked back to beauty, creating a clear and simple differentiation, all complemented by the powerful image of a beautiful young woman. And my last example is a product I've fallen in love with, the Allbird Merino shoe. The image is powerful, the text short and punchy, it gets across the quality of the product material and how they're differentiated from competition. And trust me, these shoes are amazing, and they literally are the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. And they do all this in a conversational language, which is true to their brand. TripAdvisor is another example. This is great for travel geeks who aren't as brave as a friend of mine who just basically follows his nose, and for people who want to have a great experience within a compact time frame. As an avid TripAdvisor traveller and as someone who loves to eat out with family and friends, I go to this site for advice on what's good in the area I'm visiting. So let's have a look at their customer value prop. The key line is read reviews, compare prices, book your perfect trip. It's all about doing it in one place, and for those of us who are time poor, and the imagery is beautiful. Airbnb is another great example for people who travel. The headline's clear and simple, unforgettable trips start here, and the subline is also clear and simple. Experience a city like a local. And the site's easy to use, and you can do everything from one screen. Really, really nice. So how do you move from where you are today to more sales faster? Well, here are some great questions to ask yourself, which I've also included in a quick survey you can click on below this video. Is your customer persona updated and valid for 2017? What I mean by this is that consumer preferences and buying behaviours have changed dramatically in the last few years. Think streaming video, on-demand TV, e-commerce, online magazines, etc. The profile of your target customer and how they buy and consume products and services will also have changed dramatically. Do you have a great handle on the competition? As someone who previously wrote the retail strategy for a large personal bank, it always surprises me the lack of clarity some business owners have on what the competition is up to. And with so much more material online these days, there's no excuse not to stay abreast of their latest developments and products and services. How does your value proposition stack up against the market? So if you lined up your value prop for your products and services against your competition, how do they compare? Are your current value propositions dated? When was the last time you refreshed them? And is my customer effort low? How hard is it for customers to buy from you? In 2017, speed of execution is your greatest ally. You need to move fast and keep moving to stay ahead. But speed alone won't get you there though. You need action and expertise to create great value propositions. As highlighted, your products and services are your greatest assets. You've worked hard to create them. A great value proposition can turn product and service creation effort into revenue, but you have to do it fast and you have to do it well. So what are your options? In my experience, you have two sort of resource options. One is you can insource. If your marketing and salespeople are good enough, then get them to do it. And test until they start producing great results. You can outsource to an external agency. The team will take your products, go away, come up with a new value prop. Just don't ask them to show you how they did it. They generally tend to do it outside. Or you can support your people with external expertise. Our process at Breakpoint, for example, is inclusive. We work with your people to co-create new value propositions. We show them the thought process we go through so we can achieve great results faster in the future. Or if you like, we can just move fast because we're small and do it for you. Big firm value, boutique prices. So who's Breakpoint? We're a small team of experts who provide you with big firm value without the sticker shock. We know that you want people to work with you who have been in your shoes. We're marketing and sales leaders first, consultants second. We're efficient, fast, and quality focused. So thanks for getting this far through this presentation. I hope you have at a minimum gained some value that you can take away and implement. And if you'd like to work with us to create a new value proposition to increase your sales and headline revenue, here's an offer just for you. We'll work with you on a fixed budget to craft new value propositions and test them in the market. If you're interested, please click on the survey link below to provide us with some insights into your unique challenges, and then we'll set up a time to talk. You can work out if you like the sound of us, and we can tell you if we can help or not. Great value propositions create great results. Weak ones damage them. Let's turn 2017 into a success for you together. Thanks for your time.